on the beautiful campus of Rochester Christian University and inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. This is Warriors Volleyball on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen MacDonald here saying hello everyone and welcome to our broadcast as the Rochester Christian Warriors play host to the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils here on a Wednesday night in WAC action. As it is October Breast Cancer Awareness Month this month, that's why you see the sprinkling of pink here inside of the arena. Taking a look back to the last time we were here last Friday night, it was a 5-set thriller between the Warriors and the Crusaders of Madonna. Quick recap of that one before we take a look at tonight's contest. Warriors came out on top that night 3-2, but needed some work done in the later sets to make that happen. Fell behind early on the night, 2-1. Ended up taking the fifth set 15-7. It was Olivia Everett that capped off the night with her 6th total block of the contest. Also had a team-high 16 kills in the winning effort as well. Shante Hudgens chipped in a major way in that win with 14 kills, good for second on the team that night, and a team best, as she typically will do, but a team best 7 total blocks that night. Warriors come into this one with a total record of 14-8 on the year, 8-4 in conference play with that win, and a 5-2 mark at home this season. We'll touch on that here in just a second. Meanwhile, Lawrence Tech 15-5 overall, 8-4 as well in conference play. Took down the Warriors just about a month ago now, back on September 12th. 3-1 was the final that night. And Lawrence Tech comes into Garth Pleasant Arena with a 4-2 road record this season, with 3-2 being their record away from home during conference play. Player to watch in this contest for the Blue Devils is number 10 in the blue tonight, Maria Trevino Nunez, the outside hitter, comes in leading the team in kills. Her first one of the night will put her at 250 on the season. Leads the team in kills per set at right around 3.5 per. Also does well on the serve as well. 19 aces, good for 4th on the team. For Rochester Christian, the game plan simple. Keep the errors to a minimum. That's hurt them at times over these last 6 games or so, of which they come in, though, with a 4-2 record in that span. And we'll send it down to the floor now for the national anthem and the opening serve coming up next.
Billy is playing for Aunt Gina Hasey, who beat breast cancer last month. Courtney Mack is playing for her mom Julie, who beat breast cancer and is now 4 years in remission. Carly is playing for her grandma Dorothy, who beat breast cancer in 2021. Kendall is playing for Vincie Bolton and Lori Stone. This is a very important night for your Warriors, and we appreciate all of your support by being here tonight. Thank you again, and let's continue to fight this together. At this time, yes, you please stand when we are cast and join us in a word of prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Let's pray. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner that by our words and our actions is pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us be aware of his presence with us in the game. Amen. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First, the visitors from Morningside. Number 7, Sydney Eggleton. Number 10, Maria Trevino Newhouse. Number 11, Nia Manley. Number 12, Kendall James. Number 16, Ella Aberlich. Number 20, Nicole Hughes. And number 9, the libero Lauren Peter. The Blue Devils are coached by Gustavo Hydrick. And now the starting lineup for your Rochester Christian Warriors. Number 3, Madeline Geismaker. Number 5, Carly Roloff. Number 15, Mackenzie Kiefer. Number 19, Olivia Everett. Number 25, Shantae Hutchins. Number 26, Kendall Snyder. And the libero, number 7, Ashley Horn. The Warriors are coached by Juliana Nash, now in their 3rd season.
Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. Just about set for the opening serve between the Warriors and the Blue Devils. Both teams coming to play tonight, 8-4 in WAC play. Alluded to it in our open to the broadcast, how good the Warriors have been at home this season. Mentioned at that time the 5-2 mark at home so far this season. And they have been, for the most part, a tick better in a lot of major categories at home this season. Kills per set better home versus on the road. Assists per set, aces, digs per set, blocks per set, all higher on their home floor than when they're away from home. Another area to watch for in this contest, the blocks. Warriors come into play tonight 4th in the WAC in total blocks. Meanwhile, Lawrence Tech, a couple spots behind at 8th. Warriors in that department have two really standout players. One of them on the floor right now to start out the game, Olivia Everett. The other, Shante Hudgens, both north of 70 blocks on the season. And it seems like game in and game out, they're kind of trading off which one's number 1 and number 2 on the team in terms of total blocks. As we enter play tonight, it's currently Hudgens has 2 more than Everett. That was Zeider on the attack. Warriors will look to get her back on track. Kiefer through the middle to Everett. And Olivia Everett, first tally of the night, first kill for her, coming off that team high 16 back on Friday. Zeider will check out, as does Carly Roraff. Mentioned for Zeider how important it'll be to get her back on track for the Warriors. Had 10 kills a couple matches ago against Northwestern Ohio, but in the 3 games since has combined for just 7. In fact, going back to that game last week against Madonna here, that match going 5 sets, Zeider appeared in just 2 of those 5. Serve is away by Eggleton. Eggleton had a solid outing last time these two teams met, again, just over a month ago now, back on September 12th. Had 16 kills in that matchup. Horn and Everett will sub out. Alana Gray comes in, she'll serve. We're tied at 2. Lobs it over. Trevino Nunez pounds it over. Under it there was Hannah Maynard. And then ripped to the floor by Nia Matley. Highlighted Trevino Nunez in the open to our broadcast. Nia Matley, another player, 11 in blue, to watch out for tonight. Comes in 3rd on the team in kills. That'll send Geisenhaver back to serve. And that one does catch inside that near left corner. Charlie Clint comes in and will serve. Kiefer, left side Mancona. Tap it over, good diving play by Geisenhaver. Send it back to the left side for Mancona. Trevino Nunez winds up once more. And then tapped over and down. Trevino Nunez and Kendall James were there for the Blue Devils. Kiefer tapped right at the net. Still Clint on the serve. Under it was Eggleton. Didn't get what she wanted on it. They'll send Zeider back in. Maynard will sit. Mancona will serve. Mancona, 9 kills last time out against Madonna. Left side for Zeider. That attack that time by Zeider looked more like what you're used to seeing from 26 in white. Now Mancona will sit. In comes Rowraff with Zeider residing over there on the left side. Kiefer wants to set it up for Zeider. Took something off that time, then followed it up. Push it all the way this side for Sydney Eggleton. Both these teams, no stranger to getting out to fast starts. The Warriors this season, 10-5 in 3-set matches. Lawrence Tech 9-0 in contests going just 3 sets. Warriors fans remember prior to that game on Friday night against Madonna that went 5, Warriors had rattled off a string of 3-set matches, going 5-3 over 8 straight. Both teams coming into tonight over their last 8 matches overall, both 6-2 in that span. Eggleton, Rowraff turning, not going to get there in time. Feel like maybe could have had a better shot at it had it not been tipped right in front of her. Kiefer to Everett and kept in air. But looks like they say did just catch the floor before the Blue Devils were able to pop it back up. Kiefer will serve. It's a kill for Everett, the assist by Kiefer. Eggleton had that one rejected. See if the Blue Devils can get back on it, and they do. Horn calling for it. Left side, Zeider. Push it to the left for Eggleton. Rowraff lunging back for it, and then has it rejected. Nicole Hughes got to it. Popped high in the air. Rowraff under it for Kiefer. Pushes it along for Everett. And just missed, keeping it inside the line that time. Found the opening, just couldn't tuck it in the line. 11-7 Blue Devils. First set from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. Kiefer back over to Everett. That was stuffed again by Hughes. Mentioned at the start of our contest, between these two teams, the Warriors the better in terms of blocks this season, but Hughes a couple big ones here in the first set. That look goes long by Everett, and that'll lead to a timeout called by the Warriors, and head coach Juliana Nash now in her third season leading the Warriors. While we have a moment, catch up on some stats in this first set so far. Eggleton, 3 kills. Nia Matley has 2. Just 1 so far for Trevino Nunez on 5 total attacks. And again, Hughes, a couple of block assists so far, has 2 total on the night in the early going. On the other side for the Warriors, Everett, 2 kills on 6 total attacks. Didn't get that last one to go for her. Zyder has the other kill for Rochester Christian on 5 total attacks. Mackenzie Kiefer has all 3 of the Warriors' assists. Ella Aberlich has the 6 assists for Lawrence Tech. And again, the errors by the Warriors will be a story throughout this contest. They already have 6 here in the first set. But you saw, as we're back to the action out of the timeout, and a rocket out of the timeout by Olivia Everett. Saw it in that contest last Friday. Warriors struggled the first few sets with errors, had 9 in the first set, although they won the first set, of course. But then in those last 2 sets, the 4th and the 5th, had just 5 combined errors as Everett puts a charge into it again. Back-to-back kills for Olivia Everett out of the timeout. It's Maynard on the serve. Line drive is away. Eggleton had that returned by Everett. Had some help from Geisenhaver. Left side Mancona. Matley with a missile right at Maynard in the back row. Keep the rally going, and then a swing and a miss by Hughes. Maynard is a candidate for an ace, comes in 22 of them on the season. But after the quick run out of the timeout by the Warriors, Lawrence Tech able to stifle it for the time being. Kill for Matley. That'll be her 3rd. Kiefer wants Geisenhaver this time. Popped up by Peters. Everett moves it on for Mancona. Had that stuffed by Hughes. Hughes really showing her presence well at the front of the net so far. Hughes came into tonight 39 total blocks on the season, tied for 2nd on the team. Had 3 total blocks the last time these 2 teams met on September 12th. 16-10 Blue Devils here in set 1. The lone set win for Rochester Christian back in mid-September against Lawrence Tech was the opening set, 25-19. It's Eggleton on the serve. Warriors do have 1 timeout still to work with here in the first as Horn goes left side for Mancona. Everett will sit. She has 4 kills on 8 total attacks. Gray will serve. Trevino Nunez as Kiefer gets over to it for Mancona. Looks like they want Matley this time. And that ball ends up over in the Warriors bench. Couple subs for the Warriors as looks like Gray will sit after making the serve. Rochester Christian elects to let that ball go. Looked like it was going to make its way out, but no such luck for the Warriors. Timeout the second by Rochester Christian. We'll take the timeout. 60 seconds, come back for the conclusion of the opening set. 19-11, Lawrence Tech in front on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Back out of the timeout called. Rochester Christian now out of timeouts for the remainder of the opening set. Shante Hudgens played it over. Geisenhaver in a moment will serve. But a stoppage and a conversation between our officials. They'll call the captains together. It's Horn for the Warriors. Kiefer going to go right back to Hudgens. We'll replay that last rally. 19-11 our score goes back to. Caden Perkins, the freshman from Muskegon, on the serve. Shante Hudgens with a strong look. Now that'll send Geisenhaver back to serve. Thought she was going to have it a moment ago, and then they replayed the point. Coming all the way over. Excellent effort there by Aberlich. Shante Hudgens right in front of Eggleton. Geisenhaver does have some aces to her credit this season. Came into tonight 24 on the season. Geisenhaver doesn't have any kills just yet in our match. Comes in 113 on the season. Kiefer tried to catch the Blue Devils off balance there, almost did. Instead, she'll set it up this time for Hudgens. And that one is inside the line. 22-13. Charlie Clint will serve. Kiefer to Mancona. Looks like she was a bit off balance that time as she went up for it. Backing up for it was Geisenhaver. Shante Hudgens. Hudgens was able to keep it alive. Warriors just unable to get it back over. Saw the Blue Devils bench jump up there, all holding up 4 fingers. 24-13, first set from Garth Pleasant Arena. Left side Mancona. Trevino Nunez. Under it was Maynard. Hudgens and down. That'll send back into the match Kendall Zeider. Mancona will serve. Trevino Nunez again, that was deflected on its way through to Mancona. She did well to corral it. Go back to Trevino Nunez. Trevino Nunez, 3 kills so far on 14 total attacks. Kiefer to Hudgens. Zeider tapped it over. Kiefer gets to it right at the line. Trevino Nunez had it blocked. Shante Hudgens was there with Mackenzie Kiefer. It's 24-16, and the Warriors making the Blue Devils earn this final point. Deep breath by Mancona. Serve is away. Trevino Nunez again takes something off it. Geisenhaver was able to get there, but not able to keep it in. Lawrence Tech does get what they were looking for, and they'll take the opening set 25-16 and go up 1-0 on the night. We'll take a timeout, come back with some stats from that first set between the Warriors and the Blue Devils. Set 2 coming up next. Lawrence Tech takes the opening set 25-16 over Rochester Christian to go up 1-0 on the night. Nia Matley, 5 kills on 7 total attacks in that first set. Maria Trevino Nunez, 4 kills in the opening set. Eggleton, 3 kills of her own, also 5 digs for Sydney Eggleton. Ella Aberlich had 11 assists in the first, and Nicole Hughes a couple early blocks to start out our contest. Rochester Christian just 1 total block in that first set, also had 8 errors in the first. They were led by Everett with 4 kills, Shante Hudgens with 3 kills, Haley Mancona 1 kill and 3 digs. Mackenzie Kiefer had 7 assists in that first set. Mackenzie Kiefer will get our second set going. They'll look to respond after falling behind on the night. Lawrence Tech will look to go up 2-0. Hughes on the attack to start out. Geisenhaver pushed it over with one hand. Raff called for it, got it over to Kiefer, and down for the kill. It was Olivia Everett that got the night started with a kill for the Warriors. And now to start out the second set, it's Geisenhaver. And that's well long by Eggleton. Right down the middle and to the floor for Nia Matley. That'll be her 6th kill of the night. That'll send back Eggleton to serve. Zeider tried to come right back through the middle, and then the Warriors unable to get back to it. So far for Eggleton, 3 kills, an ace, also has a serve error and 5 digs. Zeider and Raff sit. Maynard, one of the subs, in, and she'll serve. All the way up front and down for the kill for Nicole Hughes. Off to a really good start to the night is Hughes. Mentioned the 2 blocks that Hughes had back in the first set. That's now her 10th multi-block game in conference play. Her season high in total blocks is 5. Alana Gray will check in and serve. Hughes will sit for the Blue Devils, as does Caden Perkins. Right side, Matley. That was deflected by the Warriors. Geisenhaver had that returned. They'll try to set it up for Mancona. Left side try, Trevino Nunez. That's blocked by Hudgens. That's going to be important for the Warriors going forward the rest of the night, along with limiting the errors as mentioned. But to have players like Hudgens and Everett up front, looks like Everett's going to check back in here in a second. Having those two up front and the blocking ability that they possess, just one block for the Warriors in the first. Serve is away by Clint. Warriors have won each of their last two contests. Lawrence Tech comes in winners of their last three. Trevino Nunez tried to play it left side, just didn't get it up and over. Attack error charged to Trevino Nunez. That'll be her fourth error of the night, along with 4 kills. Push it all the way to the left for Mancona. That's going to spin right up above the netting. And Shante Hudgens was there. Looking at Trevino Nunez, mentioned came in first on the team in kills per set, and total attacks. Has 10 or more kills in 9 of 12 conference games, including 14 the last time these two teams met. She'll go back to serve here. No aces on the night for her. She has 19 on the season. Won't add to that total that time either. On the other side, that'll be an ace for Mancona. Had 36 aces a season ago. Hasn't quite been at that pace here this season. Horn turns, got to it. Zeider played it over. Kiefer popped it up. Geisenhaver did well to go get it. Hudgens got a hand on it, but just too hot to handle. Come this way looking for Zeider. Somehow kept that airborne. Quick reaction time by Zeider, who had that blocked right back in her face. Horn gets under it here. They give her the credit for that last kill, excuse me. Warriors by 2 here early part of our second set. Blue Devils, if you're just joining us here on the Rochester Christian Sports Network, Blue Devils took the opening set 25-16. Kiefer moved that over to Horn. Matley Nia Matley off to a solid start to the night. That last kill, her 7th. The assist for Aberlich, her 17th already. That was a missile by Eggleton. Warriors were able to recover to it. They'll try to go back to Matley. The Warriors saw that one developing. And then Eggleton comes right back from the left side. She has it for the serve. Kiefer wants Everett. Everett tried to just punch it over. Everett charged with the error. That's her 5th. Zeider had that one returned. Now Roraff had it stuffed by Hughes. This time they are able to get it up and over Hughes. Then Matley goes back corner for Roraff. Matley, Kiefer, that handcuffed her a bit, but able to keep it alive for Horn. Rally continues left side, lobbed it over by Trevino Nunez. Then Kiefer tried to catch him leaning once more, and that's gonna go. They say it was deflected on its way through, otherwise it was long. All tied at 12 in our second set. Kiefer to Everett. Can they keep it alive? No. Peters made a try for it right in front of her bench. Peters already 11 digs on the night, just couldn't come up with that one. Kiefer to Mancona. And that one's not going to make it over. Eggleton gave it her best try from her front side down on the floor. Ball finds Eggleton. And then Matley offline. Warriors go up 3, and that'll be a timeout called by the Blue Devils. We'll step aside. Warriors 15, Blue Devils 12, but the Blue Devils leading on the night 1-0. They took the first 25-16. We'll see how the second concludes coming up next on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Making our way out of the timeout called by the Blue Devils, who trail here in the second, 15-12. Take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Warriors quickly. They'll be back in action on Friday, October 17th. They'll be on the road at Defiance. Then the next day on Saturday at Lourdes. They'll come back home almost a week later on the 24th as that ball finds its way out of play. They'll come back on the 24th to take on Kuiper, and then back into conference play on the 25th, taking on Siena Heights right here at Garth Pleasant Arena. That'll be the first game of 3 on the day here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena for homecoming, as men's and women's basketball will also be in action that day. And that's stuffed by the Warriors. Mancona was there with some help. Looking forward, as always, to homecoming weekend. Again, that's Saturday, October 25th. All 3 men's and women's basketball and volleyball will be in action throughout the day. We'll have all 3 of those games here for you on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. And again, after a discussion, saw this earlier in our contest, after a discussion between the officials, call reversed to the detriment of Rochester Christian. Looks like Coach Nash wanting a further explanation. Sub coming in for Lawrence Tech is Perkins. She'll spell Nicole Hughes. Kiefer to Geisenhaver, tried to push it down the line, but just out of play. Perkins on the serve, going down to get it was Maynard. Geisenhaver cut her off that time, and then Mancona recognized the open space just in front of her. For Mancona, that's her 3rd kill on the night. The Warriors led by Olivia Everett with 7. Gray's serve is away and into the netting. Matley checks out. In comes Clint. She'll serve. Does have an ace tonight already. Hudgens got it over. It was touched right in front of her. Trevino Nunez had it deflected. Hudgens couldn't find it once she got a hand on it. And it's 17-16 Warriors. Kiefer comes over, sets it up for Shante Hudgens. Maynard has to backtrack for it, gets there. Hudgens one more time, this time goes. Serve is away by Geisenhaver. Warriors by 2. Trevino Nunez tried to float it into some space. Geisenhaver came up with it from the back. Kiefer wants Mancona. Got Mancona. Try to set it up middle. Shante Hudgens a hand on it. Kiefer back to Hudgens. Kiefer met at the summit by Trevino Nunez. They do it again. What'll happen the third time around? She does get it up and over that wall of Kiefer and Hudgens, and then the Warriors cap it off. 20-16 in the second. The second timeout will be taken by the Blue Devils. Warriors looking to even up the match at 1 apiece. We'll take the timeout from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Lawrence Tech was able to get it back to within one. 17-16 was the score at that time, but then the Warriors respond with 3 in a row. It was a kill by Shante Hudgens, then back-to-back kills by Haley Mancona. The assist on all 3 of those kills came from none other than Mackenzie Kiefer. Got it out to where it stands now at 20-16. Lawrence Tech out of timeouts here in the second. Geisenhaver's serve is away. Kiefer to Hudgens. Blue Devils were there on the left side, but unable to hold in. Serve gets away from Geisenhaver that time. Warriors still with a 4-point cushion. Trevino Nunez will serve. Kiefer to Mancona. Got it for the kill. Warriors looking to finish out the second set strong. Mentioned the run before the timeout. And then Mancona adds 1 more to her total. She'll serve. Horn calling for it. Leaves it for Zeider. Kiefer comes up, plays it, and then out of range for Shante Hudgens. Popped up by Roraf. Finds its way to the left side for Zeider. Calling for it was Trevino Nunez. That skimmed the netting. Hudgens played it. Trevino Nunez not going to get there. 23-18. Kendall James will sit down. Left side, Eggleton, that was rejected. Everett had some help from Kiefer. Sprawling out for it was Roraf. Aberlich will serve. She's got 20 assists on the night so far. Low serve played well by Roraf. Try to get it through the middle. Horn is there. and then pushed over by Kiefer. Kiefer so comfortable in doing exactly what she did just there, seeing her do it more and more over these last few weeks. And then out of control on that attack was Nicole Hughes. The Warriors will take that and send it to the third as they level the match at 1-aside. They come back well in set 2 and take it 25-19 after the Blue Devils open the match 25-16. We'll step aside, come back in a few moments with some stats from the first 2 sets of action, all tied now at 1 set apiece between the Warriors and the Blue Devils on your home for Warriors Volleyball. Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. Our match level at 1 set apiece. Blue Devils took the opening set. Warriors respond in the second. Here's how we stand through the first 2 sets. Maria Trevino Nunez, 9 kills to lead the match so far for Lawrence Tech. Nia Matley, 7 kills overall. Had just 2, though, in the second set. Ella Aberlich with 20 assists for the Blue Devils. On the other side for Rochester Christian, Olivia Everett, 7 kills. Haley Mancona and Shante Hudgens, 6 kills apiece. Hudgens now up to 3 total blocks on the night. Warriors did better in that regard in the second set. Had just 1 total block in the first, had 3 total in the second. Mackenzie Kiefer had 7 assists in the first set. She had 11 in the second, all added up to 18 so far on the night. As the serve to get us started here in the third set is wide by Trevino Nunez. She's had some problems with the serve tonight. 3 service errors so far for Maria Trevino Nunez. And that attack missing by Kendall James, the freshman from Frankfort, Illinois. They'll try to go for Eggleton, and it works. For Eggleton, that'll be number 5 in kills tonight. Kiefer wants Everett. Try to get over to it. Does it make its way over? It does. Everett able to get a hand on it, and the Blue Devils put it down. What an effort by the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils, going all the way over far side of the floor, right along the scorer's table over there, kept that ball in play, and then it pays off for him at the end. Floated up and over by Everett. From the back is Trevino Nunez. Kiefer wants Mancona left side, got it from the left side. Horn, and looks like Everett will now check out. Gray comes in, she'll serve. Serve is away and just off the line. Kiefer comes over. Hudgens was there, but Geisenhaver called her off. Matley deflected by Hudgens. Go over to Mancona. Geisenhaver's serve goes into the net. Kiefer wants Mancona in the middle. Hudgens was there. And Mancona gets the kill. Trevino Nunez blocked by Hudgens. Kiefer was there as well to reject the attack by Trevino Nunez. Horn comes in. Zeider had that one blocked. Kiefer comes over, plays it along for Shante Hudgens. Looked like a little bit timid that time by Shante Hudgens. Looked like maybe didn't time her jump quite right. Both these teams coming to play tonight 8-4 in conference play. Lawrence Tech has the tiebreaker at the moment with the head-to-head win just about a month ago now. Took down the Warriors 3-1 back on September 12th. As it stands coming into play tonight, it's Aquinas at the top, then Cornerstone, Lawrence Tech, and then Rochester Christian right in their shadow. So again, a big game on hand this evening for the conference standings. Kiefer to Everett, had that sent back, able to get it over to Zider. And then blocked by Kiefer. Matley got it over. Geisenhaver was able to redirect herself. Charlie Clint will serve. Kiefer right to the net. Everett went on the attack. Geisenhaver goes back for it. Zider over. Can Horn get there? She does. Deflected by the Warriors up front. Kiefer made a play for it. And then the try by Kiefer again. This time doesn't go for her. Kiefer does so well at the front of the net. Picks her moments well to try to do that. More often than not works out for her. This time didn't get quite what she wanted on it. Zider, quick reflexes, able to just pop it straight up. Kiefer's going to try to settle things down here left side for Zider. Couple Warriors converged paths there. That was Roraff and Horn. This time Horn calls for it all the way. Kiefer back to Roraff. Rally continues. Kiefer got a hand on it there. Tries to do it again. This time it was Everett. One more time, and this time Kiefer didn't get a hand on it, but that works out in the Warriors' favor as it skipped out on the far side. Kiefer will serve in a moment. Quick stoppage as they check on something over at the scorer's table. And they do say that we're ready to play. 10-8 is our score here in the third. Warriors out in front after they took the second set, 25-19, as Everett got a hand on it for the Warriors. And now Coach Nash just there had a quick word with the official across the way. Kiefer to Zider. Horn calling for it, gets under it for Zider. And that'll be a kill for Zider. That one clearing Deborah Bertoli. Roraff sits. Maynard will come in and serve. And that's a strong attack by Kendall James. James this season may be more known for her blocks, came into play tonight leading the team in blocks this season, but also came in north of 100 kills on the year. Horn. Kiefer wants to set up Everett. That one eats up Mackenzie Kiefer, actually knocked her down to her backside. Kiefer wants it down the middle for Everett. Everett, after the team-high 16-kill performance last Friday in the 5-set win over Madonna, having another really strong showing here tonight. 8 kills, also a couple digs and a block assist as well. Kiefer, this time Hudgens from the middle. And that one is smoked, and they say inside the line. Give the kill to Nicole Hughes. For Hughes, that's her second kill. She's done a lot of her work in the block department tonight. 4 total blocks for Nicole Hughes. Geisenhaver's serve is away. Lunges out for it, gets there. Mancona. Aggleton up and over. Kiefer keeps it alive for Mancona. Aggleton under it. And then the attack into the netting. Warriors back up by 2. And a quick timeout called by Lawrence Tech. That'll be their first of this third set. Try to stop the run before really there is much of a run by the Warriors. Try to keep this within striking distance if you can. We'll take the timeout with them from Garth Pleasant Arena. This is the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Warriors lead here in set 3, 14-12. It was 25-16 in set 1 for the Blue Devils, 25-19 in the second for the Warriors. Geisenhaver will serve it out of the timeout called. Played middle of the floor by Bertoli. Aggleton will serve. Does have an ace tonight, also a serve error. Mancona puts a drive into one. Number 9 for Haley Mancona. on the serve there by Mancona. Ball was rolled back into the court, so had to get a quick stoppage to clear that out of the way. No issues on this serve. Lauren Peters will sit down. Looked like James came back in. Kiefer wants to go left side for Zeider. Kiefer up the middle for Hudgens, frustrated with herself on that one, had an opening, but just way too strong that time. Kiefer goes back to the left side for Zeider. Spinning ball, still in play for the moment, but this one goes into the netting. Hudgens will sit. Horn will serve. Quick substitution. Matley will sit. In to serve is Clint. Clint, 12 digs on the night, does have an ace as well. And she'll make it 2. And her team goes up to 18-16. Looking to go up 2-1 on the match. Roraff has a better time with this serve. Zeider up and over. Kiefer wants to set it up middle for Everett. Most of the Warriors' looks tonight coming from the middle and then left side of the floor. Zeider from kind of that middle left spot that time, and then into the netting it goes. The stats for the Warriors kind of bears that out as well. Mancona, who you'll typically see over on the left side, not in at the moment, but leads the team along with Everett with 9 kills. Then Shante Hudgens with 6. Couple players in Everett and Hudgens that typically roam the middle of the floor. Warriors watch the serve go by and out of play. Both sides have had some struggles on the serve in this contest. That's the 6th serve error by the Blue Devils. The Warriors have 5 of their own. Great effort there, sprawling out by Maynard. Eggleton. Under it is Kiefer to Geisenhaver. Horn calls for it. Pushes it along for Geisenhaver. Goes right back at Charlie Clint. Deflected. Geisenhaver, that was Mancona rather. Clint with a blast to the floor. Just feels like the way that this match has gone with a lot of these longer rallies, the Warriors going to have to at some point start to get these to go their way. As Everett bumped it up and over. Does it stay in? No. Also seen a couple times tonight, calls get reversed in favor of Lawrence Tech. So again, if you're Rochester Christian, the rest of the way have to get some of these rallies and some of these 50-50 plays to start going in your direction. That one just barely gets up and over the net. Hudgens to Geisenhaver, and that's down. Not a connection you'll typically see all too often. Shante Hudgens setting up Geisenhaver. But the Warriors will be fine taking the lead back. Warriors thought it was theirs. Officials say it goes over to Lawrence Tech. Mackenzie Kiefer, in particular, didn't necessarily agree with that call. In any event, it's 21-all here in the third. Opportunity for both sides to close it out and go up 2-1 on the night. Hughes able to get it up and over. Mancona plays it to the back. It's Aberlich on the serve. She's got 33 assists on the night. Geisenhaver deflected by Shante Hudgens. Maynard playing it, and it's not going to stay in. 23-21 Blue Devils. A timeout called by the Warriors. That's their first of this third set. We'll take the timeout with them on your home for Warriors Volleyball. After the kill by Geisenhaver made it 21-20 Warriors, it was a kill by Hughes, a kill by Eggleton, and a kill by Matley that made it 23-21 Lawrence Tech. Coach Nash had seen enough at that point. Both sides now just one timeout remaining here in the third set. Aberlich still on the serve. Mentioned before the timeout, those 33 assists. She'll add an ace to her stat sheet. It's 24-21. Hudgens, Kiefer, Mancona, the three up front for the Warriors. Kiefer wants Mancona for the kill. And just like that, 24-22, that gets the serve back in your hands with Geisenhaver. Serve is clean. Aberlich down the middle, on the setup. Able to keep it going with Eggleton. Kiefer turns, locates it for Shante Hudgens. Can they get it over? They do. Blue Devils will have to scramble back. Kiefer tries to catch them in it. Now Horn wants to go for Mancona. Spinning ball, Shante Hudgens. That ball is long gone, 24-23. And now a timeout called, the final by Lawrence Tech. We will stick with it here, 24-23. An excellent response out of the timeout by the Warriors. After the ace by Aberlich, it was a kill by Mancona and then a kill by Hudgens to get it back to within one. Mancona and Matley, for their respective teams, 10 kills apiece. Olivia Everett and Maria Trevino Nunez each have 9 kills apiece. Shante Hudgens and Sydney Eggleton, 7 kills apiece. Again, just a very tightly contested matchup between these two teams that come in 8-4 in conference play. Aberlich, 33 assists on the night. Mackenzie Kiefer for the Warriors has 27. Back to it out of the timeout. 24-23. Does that stay in? It does. Right along the line. 25-23. The final in the third. Warriors had a chance there, but Lawrence Tech responds after the timeout. They'll go up 2-1 on the night. We'll take a timeout. Fourth set between the Warriors and the Blue Devils coming up next. Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. Lawrence Tech wins the third set 25-23. They go up 2-1 on the night. Warriors will have to find another response if they want to force a fifth set. Saw them do just that the last time we were here last Friday. So far this season, Lawrence Tech 5-2 in matches that go just 4 sets. Rochester Christian 2-2 in those similar matchups. Going back to that game last Friday, going 5 sets for the Warriors. That was just the third time this season that they had gone to 5 sets. They're now 2-1 in those matches. Meanwhile, if they can get it to that 5th set, Lawrence Tech just 1-3 in 5-set matches. Last time these two teams met, just over a month ago, it was a 4-set match, 3-1 in favor of Lawrence Tech. See if the Warriors can get it to 5 this time around. Jump out to an early 2-0 lead. Mackenzie Kiefer on the serve. Calling for it was Bertoli. Roraff digs it out for Kiefer. Perkins to serve. Right side from Zeider. Try to come to the left side this time for Geisenhaver. Eggleton blocked by Geisenhaver. Everett was there as well. Eggleton had the kill that ended our third set. She has 8 on the night. Go left side for Mancona. Going to a squat was Clint. And Everett skies up, got a hand on it once again. Hannah Maynard on the serve for the Warriors. Push to the left side for Eggleton, too strong. And right now, if you're Coach Nash, this is the start you want from your team. Up 5-1 here in the 4th as she looks on, having a word with assistant coach and former player Audrey Soares. And the Blue Devils will call time to regroup, down 6-1 to start the 4th. We'll step aside for a quick timeout, the first of the set by the Blue Devils. This is your home for Warriors Volleyball. quick timeout from both sides. Didn't even let the full time run down. And back to it we go. Everett again from up front. Left side, Eggleton. Everett got a hand on it again, but this time unable to follow it up. Everett just seeing it so well to begin this fourth set. Her team up 7-2. Kiefer, Geisenhaver on the attack. This time once Mancona. That was deflected on its way to the back row. Matley with a charge. For Matley, that's number 11, and it's the 35th assist for Aberlich. Horn and Everett will check out. Shante Hudgens comes in along with Alana Gray. For the Warriors, you saw what Everett is that serve, a sidewinder from Gray. You saw what Everett was able to bring as she'll come back in for Gray. And now check that. Everett still over there on the sideline for the Warriors. Having a word with Coach Nash. The attack by Shante Hudgens too strong. Thought we might see Everett and Hudgens out there together up front, but Everett, after the conversation with Coach Nash, will head back to the bench. Mancona on the attack. Strong look going right at Peters. Hudgens redirects that. Kiefer to Geisenhaver. Peters does well to pop it up. And then into the netting from Eggleton. Aberlich, left side try. Warriors got a hand on that. Mancona with the try from the left side. Then Geisenhaver turning, playing. It was Eggleton. Aberlich in the middle. Shante Hudgens with the fingertip. Not going to get a reaction from her this time around. But did her job to get the block. Makes it 10-5 Warriors. Kiefer to the middle, to the floor. Geisenhaver will serve. Bertoli stuffed by Shante Hudgens. Kiefer was there as well. And again, this is what you wanted in this set for the Warriors, and head coach Juliana Nash again. Shante Hudgens right on cue. Started out the set with Olivia Everett making a couple plays in a row. Then she checks out. Shantae Hudgens comes in and picks up right where Everett left off. It's 13-5 Warriors. Hughes smokes it into space for the kill. Hughes, in her own right, has had a solid performance so far tonight for her team. That kill number 5 also has 4 total blocks as Mancona comes back and gets it right back for the Warriors. There it is. They do put it up on the board inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. 14-6 is the score. Left side, Trevino Nunez. That ball cut off on its path by Ashley Horn. That was stuffed by Mackenzie Kiefer. Mancona will sit. It's Zeider on the left side for the Warriors. Shantae Hudgens over on the opposite side. Kiefer splits the two of them. On the serve is Clint. Clint, 2 aces so far tonight. Hudgens goes over to Zeider. And a good look from the middle by Kendall James. The freshman has had a strong outing so far. Kill number 6 for her tonight on 17 total attacks. Kiefer wants to come left side for Zeider. Row raft down to a knee to Geisenhaver. Warriors did better in the second and third sets in terms of errors, just 5 in the second, 6 in the third, already up to 4 here in the fourth. Hudgens comes all the way over, almost 1 row deep in the seating across the way. Did her best to try to keep it in play. Warriors holding on to a 4-point lead here in the fourth, trying to force a 5th set. Left side it goes to Trevino Nunez. Just too hot for Geisenhaver to handle. Everett will sit down. Alyssa Swanson will come in. First time we've seen Swanson tonight. Zeider from the left side. That was deflected and into the back row for Trevino Nunez. Kiefer to Swanson. Kept alive well by Clint. Now Horn to Zeider. Again, Clint makes a play. Kiefer dumps it down. It's almost as if at times Kiefer just sees that ball and says, fine, I'll do it myself. She did it there. And it's 16-12. She'll go back to serve. Aberlich kind of caught Kendall James mid-air that time. Saw as James went up for it, looked like she wanted to get underneath it, then at the last second just kind of pushed it over. Changed her approach mid-air. Aberlich gonna go left side this time for Eggleton. Warriors let it go. And there it is, the call pointing in the direction of Rochester Christian. Blue Devils do still have a timeout left here in the fourth. Used one early on as the Warriors jumped out quickly. Might see if they use one here. And there it is. It does come out. 19-12 timeout called by Lawrence Tech. Their final here in the fourth. Warriors trying to even the match and send it to a fifth set for the second straight contest. It's a kill by Kiefer, kill by Zeider, and then a couple attack errors by Sydney Eggleton. That's the current run by Rochester Christian, who has opened up a 7-point differential. It was 25-16 in the first. Lawrence Tech went up 1-0 on the night. Warriors responded in the second, 25-19, and then made things interesting there at the end of the third set, but Lawrence Tech went back up 2-1 on the night with a 25-23 score in the third. And again, Rochester Christian, that game on Friday against Madonna, just the third time this season they've gone to 5 sets. They're 2-1 in such matches. On the flip side, Lawrence Tech is 1-3 in 5-set matches. So we'll see how the rest of this contest plays out. Left side for Eggleton, deflected by Geisenhaver, had Swanson there as well. Those two shift middle of the floor. Geisenhaver now steps back in. Turning and setting it up for Zeider. Swanson getting her first action of the night in this pivotal fourth set, has played well since coming on the floor just a couple minutes ago. Kiefer still on the serve for the Warriors. James with a bit of a change-up that time. Geisenhaver goes with the fastball. Then Zeider lobs it over the top. Stepping up is Peters. And then able to get it to the floor for the kill was Eggleton. The kill for Eggleton, number 9. Her next would put her into double digits with Trevino Nunez and Nia Matley, both with 11. Zeider goes cross court with it. Swanson got up and stuffed it. That ball goes all the way up and actually touches the ceiling. Eggleton into the corner it goes for the kill. Back-to-back kills for Eggleton. That does put her into double figures with 10. Kiefer Again, gonna play it over, and again it works. That'll be Kiefer's 5th on the night to go along with 31 assists. Give the assist to Kendall Zeider, her first. Horn comes over, got it with the right hand. Kiefer dispenses it over. And then too strong by Hughes. (22-14) Warriors. No more timeouts this set for Lawrence Tech. Aberlich wants to go right back for Hughes, and that time it works. This time Hughes taking a sharper angle. Turning was Kiefer, but putting it down was Eggleton. 22-16 Warriors. Kiefer over to Swanson. Taps her chest, says my bad, as she tried to attack from the right side. Now all of a sudden, if you're the Warriors, if Lawrence Tech can get one more on the board, you might have to think about using one of your 2 timeouts. And Hughes does just that. And there it is, the timeout. Yes, the timeout is called by the Warriors. Will step aside here in the 4th, 22-18 Warriors, but Lawrence Tech closing the gap, trying to close out the night, while Rochester Christian looks to force the 5th set. We'll be right back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Back out of the timeout. It's the first of the set for the Warriors. Blue Devils have none left at their disposal. And out of the timeout, Warriors will catch a bit of a break as the serve goes into the netting. Before the timeout, it was a kill by Eggleton, an attack error by Swanson, and then a kill by Hughes. As the Warriors called time, it was 22-18, and now 23-19. Eggleton will serve. Back in comes Trevino Nunez. She has 11 kills on 42 total attacks tonight, does Trevino Nunez. Kiefer to Geisenhaver. To the line, and it's down. Good look that time by Matley for her 12th. Shante Hudgens had to go get that ball down to our right in the tunnel. Kiefer wants Hudgens, sends it to the back. Matley down to the floor. 23-21. Blue Devils inching closer. Warriors do still have one timeout. Just trying to get it to a fifth set if they can. Kiefer to Geisenhaver. Spinning ball high above Garth Pleasant Arena. Kiefer back over to Geisenhaver. That gets the crowd back on their side. 24-21, a good contingent of Blue Devils fans here in attendance tonight, making that short trip. 24-21, serve by Geisenhaver. Trevino Nunez blocked by Hudgens. We're going to play 5. (25-21) in the fourth, and for the second straight match, the Warriors will force a fifth set. We will take the break as we prepare for the fifth. Come back with some stats and how we got to this fifth set, and then we'll let this one play out on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Just about 60 seconds away from our fifth set between the Warriors and the Blue Devils. Reset the table as both teams make their way out of their respective huddles. It was 25-16 Blue Devils in the first. Warriors responded in the second, 25-19. 25-23 was the final in the third. Blue Devils went up 2-1, and then the Warriors respond again, 25-21 in set 4. Nia Matley, 13 kills. Sydney Eggleton, 12. Maria Trevino Nunez, 11 kills to lead Lawrence Tech. Ella Aberlich, 45 assists on the night. On the other side for Rochester Christian, Haley Mancona leads the team, 13 kills. Olivia Everett with 9. Shante Hudgens with 7. Shante Hudgens, following up that performance last Friday, 7 total blocks that night, has 8 total here tonight. And Mackenzie Kiefer, 5 kills, 32 assists. And again, kind of a similar story to what we saw back on Friday night against Madonna, going 5 sets for the Warriors. Have done better as this game has progressed in terms of limiting the mistakes. Had 8 in the first set to just 9 kills. In the second set, they had 5. Third set, 6 errors. In the fourth set, they had 5 again. Also capitalized off of some Blue Devils mistakes there in the fourth set. 13 errors for Lawrence Tech there in the fourth set. Still waiting to get our fifth set up and going. While we have a moment break in the action, take a look once again at the upcoming schedule for the Warriors over these next couple weeks. After our game here tonight, they'll be back in action on Friday. They'll go out on the road to Defiance, and then the following day on Saturday, they'll be at Lourdes. They'll come back home the following Friday, the 24th, against Kuiper, and then back to conference play they'll go on the 25th against Siena Heights. That'll be the first game of 3 here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena for homecoming day. Men's and women's basketball will be in action to start their seasons as well that day, but we'll have volleyball for you here to start things out at 12 p.m. Eastern as the Warriors take on Siena Heights. But business to attend to here on a Wednesday in WAC action. Fifth set, still awaiting the start. Both teams come in 8-4 in conference play. Warriors 5-2 at home this season. It'll be the Blue Devils to get us started here in the fifth. Kiefer wants Everett. Hughes somehow kept that ball alive. This time go to Geisenhaver. That ball tapped off the lighting fixture, and the Warriors will get the first point of the fifth set. That ball we've seen a couple times going high up here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. That ball just to the left of the scoreboard above the floor here. And then a rocket down the line, but not inside the line. Warriors quickly up 2-0, just like we saw them do back in the fourth. Jumped out in the fourth, 7-1. Maynard, quick reaction, got a hand to it. Almost looked like it surprised her that she was able to get a hand to it. Hughes able to keep it alive, but only for a moment. Warriors with the quick lead. Saw them take that fifth set last Friday, 15-7. And similar to what we have going on right now, jumped out quickly in that fifth set that night and just really never looked back. Kiefer comes up. Mancona up and over. Matley blasts one in the direction of Kiefer. Kiefer directing traffic. Eggleton got it to go. Eggleton from Aberlick. For Aberlick, assist number 46 for Eggleton, tying a team high 13 with Matley. Geisenhaver turns and watches it go out. Substitution for the Warriors, it's Alana Gray for Olivia Everett. Gray will serve. Gray has had some trouble at times on the serve tonight, and it comes back to bite her one more time. That'll be her fourth serve error in this contest. And again, she'll check out after her serve is over. Kiefer to Geisenhaver, that's offline, and quickly now it's 4-3. Mancona went on the attack that time from Kiefer. That was tipped by Hudgens. Geisenhaver able to keep it alive. Back over to Mancona. The freshman Caden Perkins on the serve for the Blue Devils. Kiefer wants Hudgens. Hudgens to the line. Got it for the kill. Geisenhaver to serve for the Warriors. Into the netting it goes, able to get it across. And then blocked by Shante Hudgens. Ninth total block on the night for Shante Hudgens. Serve into the net by Geisenhaver. Mancona was with Hudgens on that block. For the Warriors now, 13 total blocks on the night. Remember, in the first set, they had just one. Kiefer tried to just backhand it across, and in doing so, works out for her. There was no return by Lawrence Tech. As Hannah Maynard subs out, Mancona will serve. Left side, Trevino Nunez. Shante Hudgens right at Clint. Eight 5 as both teams will switch sides, will stick with it here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. Good job of late by the Warriors to respond after Lawrence Tech got it to 4-4. Right now, kill by Hudgens, an attack error by Matley. It was blocked by Mancona and Hudgens. Then a service error by Geisenhaver, attack error by Eggleton, and then a kill by Hudgens is what has happened since the score was 4-4. Timeout called by Lawrence Tech. That'll be their first here in the fifth. Lawrence Tech took the first and third sets. Warriors had to respond in the second and fourth. Mancona will serve it up out of the timeout. Deep breath from Mancona before she lets it go. Shante Hudgens blocks it one more time to give her an even 10 on the night. Shante Hudgens, 9 kills, 10 total blocks. Kiefer to Zeider. Come left side for Trevino Nunez. That was tipped by the Warriors. Hudgens hunting for kill number 10. She might have number 10 if this doesn't make it back over. (10-5) Warriors. Kill number 10 for Shante Hudgens. The finish line in sight. The serve away by Haley Mancona. Kiefer to Hudgens. Faked everyone in the arena out there. Left side, Trevino Nunez had it tipped by Shante Hudgens and Mackenzie Kiefer. Trevino Nunez again. Kiefer controls it, dumps it over, and down. Second and final timeout called by Lawrence Tech. 11-5 Rochester Christian here in the fifth. An attack error by Kendall James, a kill by Shante Hudgens, and a kill by Mackenzie Kiefer is the quick run by Rochester Christian after the timeout, the first timeout called by Lawrence Tech. And now the Warriors inching their way closer to back-to-back wins in 5 sets. Both these teams come in 8-4 in conference play. But Lawrence Tech has the head-to-head from earlier this season. Played to the net. Hudgens tried to turn and get there, but unable to get there in time. That'll send Trevino Nunez back to serve. She's had an excellent night, 11 kills, 10 digs, also 2 total blocks. Kiefer, after the excellent effort by Zeider, able to get it over, and then played at the net by Kendall James. And again, have to love the effort by the Warriors there. That ball was in trouble heading towards their bench. Horn to serve. James, easier time with it this time around. Eggleton sends it hard in the direction of Horn. Backing up for it was Trevino Nunez. Left side, Eggleton, was it in? Yes, it was. Eggleton gets the kill. Now a trio of subs for Lawrence Tech. One of those is Peyton Mallon, who came in to serve. Left side, Zeider off the netting. Hughes played it. Nothing doing, and it's 13-7. Mallon will check back out after the serve. Kiefer will serve it for the Warriors, looking for the last 2. Ella Aberlich will serve. If she can get one more assist tonight, before all's said and done, it would be her 50th. Kiefer to Everett for the kill, and the Warriors need 1. On the other side, though, for Rochester Christian, another excellent performance put up by Mackenzie Kiefer, 6 kills and 40 assists. That one ties up Kiefer. It'll be 14-9. The kill for Everett a moment ago was her 11th. Blue Devils just trying to hang on right now. Warriors just need one. Warriors bench ready to erupt if they can get that final one they're looking for. Kiefer to Everett to the back line, but just a smidge off. Didn't miss it by much. She could see it within her sights, but again, Lawrence Tech has a window open. The Warriors will look to close it. Kiefer wants Geisenhaver. That was deflected. Geisenhaver met there with Kiefer. Matley. 14-11 Warriors. Lawrence Tech not going away without a fight. Eggleton's serve is away. Kiefer to Mancona. Aberlich, right side, Matley. Horn all the way up to Geisenhaver. Aberlich to the middle for Hughes. Kept alive by Horn. Can they get it over? They do. Matley again. And it's down. It's 14-12. Timeout called on the floor. What was a moment ago 14-9 Warriors has now turned into a kill by Matley, an error by Everett, and then a couple more kills by Matley to make it 14-12. And again, Warriors, of course, just need one. But right now, Lawrence Tech doing their best to extend this game. And now they just need a few more. It'll be Eggleton still on the serve. Warriors have Kiefer and Geisenhaver up front. Everett kind of floating back. She'll float it over the top. Matley, who's on a hot streak right now. Kiefer to Geisenhaver. Laying out for it was Peters. To the netting. There it is. Warriors fans can exhale as Rochester Christian hangs on in the fifth, 15-12. They take the last two sets, 25-21 in the fourth and 15-12 here in the fifth, for their third consecutive win and their second consecutive being in 5 sets. Some final stats from this one before we sign off. For Lawrence Tech, Nia Matley, an excellent performance, 16 kills to lead her team. Sydney Eggleton, 14 kills to go with 30 digs. And Maria Trevino Nunez, 12 kills and 11 digs. Ella Aberlich finishes with 52 assists on the night, but it was not enough here tonight. And for the Warriors in the win, Haley Mancona, 13 kills, 9 digs, a couple blocks. Olivia Everett, 11 kills. Shante Hudgens finishes with 10 kills and 10 total blocks. And Mackenzie Kiefer, 6 kills to go along with 40 assists. With the win, Rochester Christian improves to 15-8 on the season, 9-4 in conference play, and a 6-2 mark right here at Garth Pleasant Arena. On the other side, for Lawrence Tech, they'll fall to 15-6 on the season, 8-5 in WAC play. And so for SID Andrew Ripke, I'm Stephen McDonald saying so long from Garth Pleasant Arena, where your final score one final time is the Warriors 3 and the Blue Devils 2. This has been a presentation of the Rochester Christian Sports Network.